What's up, guys? Pierce here, and doing something slightly different. This video, trying to figure out, still trying to find the direction of this channel. But what if I did a motivational reaction video? I want to see how that resonates with people. So I'm gonna do this one here, do like four more, kind of see how test the waters with it, and then see if we can do more or less with it.
Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows.
Nope. And that's one of the best things I learned from my parents is like, look, it ain't easy. I can only speak as a black man, but I'm sure we all got our examples or whatever. But it's gonna go up, it's gonna go down, it's gonna go sideways. Things gonna go wrong. It's not going to be good all the time.
It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it.
Which is why, if you got faith, you follow your faith. If you got a way to motivate yourself to get up and make things happen, make things happen. It's gonna happen to everybody. I don't care if you have kids, if you don't got kids. I don't care if you got disabilities, if you don't got disabilities. Something's going to beat you down. It's going to be overwhelming, and you're not going to want to get up. But that's why your why comes in. You got to have your why. What is your why? What keeps you going? What keeps you moving?
You, me, or nobody is going to hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. The same logic of how people say, I got the same 24 hours as you do, I got the same 24 hours as he does. Same thing with life. Everyone's gonna get hit, everyone's gonna get beat down, everyone's gonna want to quit. You gotta keep going. And that's not to be that's not to show, to be cruel to people who are going through stuff. I don't mean in sympathy, not show any sympathy, but we all got it hard at some point. You gotta keep moving. You gotta figure out how to get it going. Or if you must cry about it, let it all out, get it out your system. But at some point, you gotta keep moving, because at some point you're gonna be stagnant, and that doesn't help you at all. That's being stagnant just as bad as giving up sometimes. That's how winning is done.
Yep.
Pain is temporary. It may last for a minute, or an hour, or a day, or even a year, but eventually it will subside.
Yes. And when it comes to pain, I have chronic pain. I think that's a little bit different. I think he's talking more about, like you saw Derrick Rose there falling on the ground, and I forgot why he fell on the ground, but he was able to get up from that. Did some rehab. I think he did years of rehab. I'm not sure how much rehab he did, but he ended up having a fine NBA career. Now, was it Hall of Fame worthy? Well, I'm not a professional. I can't really speak on that. But you last longer than 4 years in the NBA, you did something right. So,
And something else will take its place. If I quit, however, it will last forever.
And that's it. He didn't quit. He kept moving. And the same thing, with anyone else, like myself or anyone else. If you guys follow my page, I went to prison for a while. I didn't let that stop me. Right now I got a situation right now. I'm not letting that stop me. I'm making it happen. I'm going to keep pushing through, keep getting through it.
The margin for error is so small. One half a step too late or too early, and you don't quite make it. 1/2 second too slow, too fast, you don't quite catch it. The inches we need are everywhere around us. They're in every break of the game.
I know it's a football term, but it's like life is also a game of inches. Like you said, half a step here, half a step there could be different. Same thing with decisions. Hey, if you would have came
a minute early, you'd have got that job. If you have got up a minute early, you may have got there on time, but, instead you were either late or you came on time and you got it. So.
Every minute, every second.
You got a dream, you got to protect it.
You know what? That's actually a good point. What's up right there? When it comes to protecting your dreams, like I've learned, like some people you can talk to about your dreams. Most people, you don't say nothing about your dreams. And you got to make sure, sometimes, especially these hard times, that's what gets you through it. The dream, the hope and the promise that something better than this is, possible. One thing about dreams, at least for me, is, especially when I was in prison or like the situation I'm in now where, the dream is what showed me that there's something better out there. It motivated me to keep going.
Can't do something themselves. They want to tell you you can't do it. You want something, go get it.
Period. Sure, you want to plan a little bit, but if you're anything like me, planning can cause you to procrastinate. You want it, go get it. It's out there. Is it harder to get than most people? Probably. The greatest never had it easy until they got great. So go get it. Get started. And sometimes the best way to get help, it's a move.
Don't be afraid to fail. You can't always win, but don't be afraid of making decisions.
You have to believe that something different can happen. He who says he can and he who says he can't are both usually right.
Isn't that funny? I can do it. Yeah, you're right. I can do it. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Now, okay, I can't play the NBA. Okay. And that's, true. But let's face it, I ain't got that ability and I got disabilities. I can't do it. But that don't mean I can't go play some pickleball. I can go figure it out, So, but in another context, I'm trying to get the YouTube going and I want to make a career off YouTube, and I'm really doing everything I can to make that happen, and it's like, I know I can do it, but I don't tell everybody I'm trying to make it happen. Obviously on YouTube, all over, whatever, but I don't tell people I'm going to do it. I'm trying to do it. I just go out there, I try to do it, and I believe that I can actually do this. So it will come to fruition sooner than later.
That most of you say you want to be successful, but you don't want it bad. You just kind of want it.
Yeah. You kind of want to be successful. You want someone to hand you success. Like you see somebody who's self-made. In fact, I remember I wrote a book and people came up to me and was like, well, how'd you write a book? And I told them how to do it. Like, oh, that's too hard. Can I just pay you to do it? Like, okay, yeah, it's a nice paycheck, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, no, why am I giving you the free stuff? Now, yeah, there are some people who actually can write books and they wanted to help. Sure, I get that. But in this particular instance, it's like, did you want advice or did you want a handout? I'm not handing it out. It took me years to write that book. I'm not going to write it out for free just because you trying to, or whatever,
You don't want it badder than you want to party. You don't want it as much as you want to be cool. Most of you don't want success as much as you want to sleep.
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us.
That what I'm still trying to understand is that, like, what people think are you afraid of, what's it called? When you have like a fear of success, is that what they're talking about?
Dig deep down, and ask yourselves, who do you want to be? Figuring out for yourselves what makes you happy, no matter how crazy it may sound to the people.
Agreed. What makes you happy? What makes me happy? Creative, making money, being an entrepreneur, working. I have maybe some kind of steady money makes me happy because I don't got to worry about stuff. But that's what makes me happy. Surrounded by great people, close to people. That's what makes me happy.
Make a choice. Like, you just decide what it's going to be who you're going to be, how you're going to do it. Just decide.
Why not? Why can't I be the MVP of the league? Why can't I be the best player in the league? I don't see why. Why can't I do that?
What is it you said to the kid? It ain't about how hard you hit. It's
how hard you get up, and he got back up, and I mean, I don't know if he won that fight, but the inspiration that he got back up, and that was a vicious hit.
how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. Get up.
Get up. And don't ever give up.
We can stay here, get the shit kicked out of us, or we can fight our way back into the light.
What's motivating about that is, it's another, don't give up speech to me. You know what I mean? Like, you can sit there and be like, okay, life sucks. Give up, give in, be done with it. Or you fight through it.
We can climb out of hell. 1 inch at a time.
To be able at any moment to sacrifice what you are for what you will become. Most of you won't be successful because when you're studying and you get tired, you quit. I don't do well in math. You're right. You ain't never studied. I'm not good in writing because you have never written before. Talent you have naturally. Skill is only developed by hours and hours and hours of beating on your craft.
And I think that is why I appreciate actors so much. Because I mean, any given actor on TV, I always used to work on production. I know how hard they're working to be on set. I know how hard they're working to get all that done. So that's, I mean, we have a doctor here, 8 years in residency and studying, and then another 4 or 5 years. No, I'm sorry. It was 8 years of studying and then 4 years of residency, or however that works. 1,000 hours to make it perfect. You know what I mean? That's what you got to do to be successful at anything you want to do.
You're not making someone else's life better, then you're wasting your time.
Don't cry to give up. Cry to keep going. Don't cry to quit. You already in pain. You already hurt. Get a reward from it.
And that has been my that right there, I don't know who said it, but that's been my motivation. Like, oh, it hurts. You're in chronic pain. I'm in chronic pain if I do something. I'm in chronic pain if I do nothing. Might as well work through it.
Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not point the finger saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Because every day is a new day. Every moment is a new moment. So now you got to go out and show them that I'm a different creature. Now.
Yeah, every time you got, every moment, every day, every second is a new time. You can now, you can take what you learned the last moment, apply it to the new moment, and then move forward.
I'm going to show you how great I am.
The 17th chapter of St. Luke is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men, but in all men, in you. You, the people, have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this...
You can do it any way. I mean, that's a great speech. You can do what you want to do. You have the power within you, and it had it within you the whole time.
This life a wonderful adventure.
Now, what are you gonna do?
So now that you got this, are you going to stay here and, keep watching YouTube videos, or get up and make it happen? I mean, it's a great thing about YouTube. It can be motivating. It can be educational. But at some point, you got to get off your butt and make it happen.
Because limits, like fears, are often just an illusion.
Just an illusion, people.